Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But, yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Caught, nice game left side. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they plan for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. Love now to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Quick throw left side, complete. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers start off well to tie things 7-7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts at the 9. And that'll put them up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. The Vikings and their QB, J.J. McCarthy, returning to the field on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. On play action now, McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Has his man. It's Addison. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Even 15 yards on the pickup there. up a Minnesota first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll motion Jefferson left. Back to the well again. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most of...
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And he's out the clear. The 50. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making their running back feel the pain.
And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the pistol, here's Love. It is Cup left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel...
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They've got 3rd down well inside field goal range. Love out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Green Bay. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
He's got him. That's Addison. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. He'll make a big foot on the ground. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. Has it downfield, working the left. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So the Vikings sending out the field goal team here. This is going to be a 46-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Packers and Trey Benson back out on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They're going to run and draw here with Benson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They send a man in motion. Play fake, it's Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Now an inside give to Benson. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Quick pass, right side, complete. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers. Well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The give now to Benson. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this one does not go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He finds space into the red zone. And they finally get to him at the 15. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Trying to work quickly now. Love on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
Love throwing on 4th. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Complete on the option. Touchdown, Green Bay. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. He'll take this at the 10. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings now set to take the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They'll run here on 1st down. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going play action. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. Got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and...
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick-6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 34. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. And he's brought down for a loss.
That was a beautiful picture, Kate, of stop the run on the way to the quarterback. Third downs, I don't mind a draw call. You're thinking pass. You want those defensive ends to come upfield. But kudos to that whole defense to stop that run on the way to the quarterback.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on fourth down. McCarthy to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings make it an 18-point game. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Give him 9 yards. He almost... there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Benson once more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Tight end gets it running forward. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 37. Hits him on the out route. And they take him down right along the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Packers nearing their 6th win this season.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 4 yards on the pickup. That's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, McCarthy has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. One final shot here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.